Alright, good day everyone, Paul Daniels here, and I'm going to do something I actually haven't done before. Now, for as much as I've been doing MacBooks and whatnot, I've never actually had to do an SMC yet, which is pretty weird, but I've been happy about that. But anyway, so I still haven't got one that I have to do. But I'm doing this one because I want to try something, because I've been watching the last couple of Lewis Rossman videos, and everybody there is using wet paste for their reballing, and it's driving me absolutely insane. Um, I want to see if I can do better, my first time ever, using dry paste, because it just sends me bonkers watching them use wet paste when anyone who's been fraternizing with the iPhone crowd knows that you use dry paste on stencils now. So I've got myself here, brand new, never used before, SMC stencil from Rossman Repair. Don't delay, buy today. And this little SMC that I've taken off this, I don't know what is this, 820, it's an 820, 2936. Alright, I think this is one of my very first donor boards. So it's a fitting sort of abuse to give it. Alright, so first thing we'll do is clean up that SMC. I might have to bring in my specialist iPhone stuff to do this. Okay, so I'm going to use my little contraption here to make it a bit easier for me to hold the SMC. So I might just flush it out because it's very filthy from all the contaminants of iPhones. Right, should do the trick. Now remember, I've never done one of these before, so it could end up being a complete disaster. Oh well, nothing like a bit of comic relief. Switch over. Nice. It's actually quite a close depth match too. I might be able to use this to avoid having to. I don't need a what do you call it? 3D stencil. Let's. I'm trying to decide if I should hot air wick the pads. I probably don't need to, but maybe I should for the sake of, I don't know, the sake of being fair and whatever. I don't know who I'm being fair to, maybe myself. So a bit of wick, a bit of flux. Now this has just been pulled off the board a couple of weeks ago. I was experimenting at the time, trying to see what it took and whether the quick had the power, and the answer is yes, it does. Okay, so we've got 420 on the quick. Probably way too much. Just suck up some of that there. Sorry, I know it drifted out a bit, but there we go. Reasonably cleaned up. Looks like I missed those top three up there. Then again, this stencil I've noticed is so massively oversized that I don't imagine it being a problem. In fact, I'd say it's a greater problem that it's so massively oversized. Alright, I don't think I'm going to be able to rely on this, am I? So I mean, those holes are just way too big. That's okay. Alright, well, we'll give it a go. Get our dry stencil, zoom out a bit. Now hopefully this is dry enough. Yeah, that is super dry. That's too dry. I can tell it's super dry because if you tap it, there's absolutely no give at all in it. That's been floating around in the workshop for a bit too long. Let's get you out of the way. Let's see if we can find some crusty stuff. That's a little bit too hard. Maybe we can... Yeah, see how that crumbling effect? That's what you're looking for. Probably way too much, but I guess we'll see. I think the other big problem with these SMC stencils is there's nothing to grip them with. It's like, yeah, how do you stop them just running amok? Dry paste is the best. Lewis Rossman, something, something. Don't delay, buy today. Yeah, if they made a bloomin' bigger stencil, it'd help. I am being picky and pedantic here, and that's... if I'm not careful, it's going to cost me. And if I do manage to get this right, I'm going to try and slide my SMC across by a row. Okay, I can see up here, these ones do not have enough on them. Far out. Remember, first time ever for me. Alright, let's give it a go. I don't even know what my quick hot air station should be set at. I've just realised I haven't done any reballing with the quick, I think. Well, first time for everything. I think I'll go quite low on the air. 420 and 25. Let's see if that's any good. I don't know how these stencils behave. I might need a little more air. Can someone fix the firmware of the quick so that it doesn't... the fact that you won't be able to, or you can't seem to adjust the settings once it's back in the holster. I find that a little frustrating. As you can see, there's plenty of flux in there still. Hopefully those balls actually take seat. I didn't have my frickin' fume hood on. This is why I prefer the square hole stencils, because with the square hole stencil, the sphere that forms within it obviously only has, at the very worst, 4 little tiny contact points, whereas with balls in round holes, it's, yeah. Ah, come on. Yeah, you're coming off. Alright, next step. Reflow the balls again. Dum, dum, dum. To be fair, this is really more of a finishing type effect rather than really necessary. It just helps pick up all the little bits of solder that you can see there. Except that, there we go. It looks pretty good so far. Let's give it a wash down. Kind of don't want to cook it, don't want to shock it too much. Yeah, what'd you say, Paul? Don't want to shock it too much, you idiot. Oh well. Having a little microscopic ultrasonic tank would be quite awesome for this sort of thing. Put a little chip in it, cleans it. I should have used paper towel with alcohol in it rather than what I did. Alright, let's see how bad this is. I'm pretty happy with that. That fifth ball from the left on the back row and a couple off to the right there, they're a little uneven, but overall I think that's pretty damn satisfactory. I guess we'll give it a shot on the board itself. This board's going to want some heat before it complies. Yeah, maybe I'll just hot wick the bastard. To give you an idea of the scale differences between the Mac and the iPhones, is I often have to trim down this wick so that it's not too wide for the chips. So I don't know if this technique's actually going to be any good, but I'm going to give it a whirl. It's probably not. I really probably need the power of direct heat from the soldering iron. It's actually getting there. Alright, it's pretty clean. So we got that ball there, which will probably belong to there. This is a different spudger, by the way. This is not the one I did the solder paste with. This is my beloved spudger. The one that I have not been able to replace anywhere. As many times as I have bought ones that look like it, I never find one that is the same. Kind of feels about right. Well, I guess we'll see. Alrighty, here we go. And she jumps. Even here, that was a little further out than I expected. I've got it to dance. So look at how badly I've done it. I think that's acceptable. What do you guys reckon? Think those balls are acceptable? Let's have a closer look. I think that would pass. Yep. Alright, let me know what you think. So there you go. Use dry paste, and even a complete noob who's never done one before can do it. So there you go. If you want to do SMCs a lot easier, or any other BGA, try use dry paste. It may be just the difference you want in life. Alright, thanks for watching. I hope you guys learned something. Oh no, I've used someone else's catch cry there. Anyway, hope it's useful. I'll see you all later.